believe me if I tell? Would you believe me if I said it's all else? Baby, want you to want this. Y'all, would you believe me if I told y'all this is a full face elf and we got a little body shimmer too, okay? Y'all, I am super excited to partner with Elf Cosmetics to bring you this full face elf makeup look. So if y'all are interested in this video, please keep on watching.
It's Slim Reshae, natural beauty. Oh, oh, oh. It's Slim Reshae, all about natural beauty. Yeah, Slim Reshae.
Alright guys, so I'm gonna start off with a little bit of skincare. So I've already washed my face and I wanted to do this mask that I've seen on YouTube and on the internet a lot, and it is the e.l.f. Recharging Magnetic Mask. So this mask is supposed to be magnetic and it just comes off with an actual magnet. That is what it looks like. So I'm just gonna use, this is the tool, and I'm just gonna use this side to kind of like scoop it. Okay, I think that's enough. So now I'm just gonna wait for 5 to 10 minutes and then I'm gonna come back, and they have these little like sleeves to go on the tool so it doesn't get super messy. And you just, oh, look at there. It is truly a magnet. Okay. So you just slide the sleeve on like that, and then that's how you take the mask off. Okay, so it has been 10 minutes and I'm just gonna go ahead and take the tool that has the covering over it. Okay, I'm nervous. Oh wow, look at that. Ah! It doesn't hurt at all. It just feels literally like, I don't know. Oh, that's so cool. I wish all masks came off like this. Okay, it doesn't really matter if you're like kind of touching your skin with the stuff you've already pulled up, because it's still pulling it up. Like right now, I can feel the mask gently brushing on my face, but it's not redepositing the mask, which is dope. And then so you can just pull this. This is what it looks like at the end. Crazy. And then you just pull the top part off, and then you could just pull it off like that, and that goes in the trash and your tool is clean. Okay, so before I do primer, I did want to test out the e.l.f. eye cream, and this is a soothing and reviving eye cream. It does have CBD in it, which is supposed to help with like inflammation and things under the eye. So I'm just gonna do 2 small little drops under the eye. It feels like cooling and soothing, so hopefully it'll help with any puffiness that I may have under the eye. And then for primer, I'm actually going to use the e.l.f. Jelly Prop Primer, and this is a dew primer. And I'm super excited about this one because I heard a lot of good things about it. This one is giving me a nice sheen. It does smell like, kind of like watermelon-y. I'm gonna start off with my brows first, which I usually do, and I'm taking the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Black, and it has a spoolie on one end, which I use to brush out my hairs. Look how bomb, okay? I love this brow pencil. Like, it snatches my brows every time. Okay, so our brows look good, and that was quick and easy. I like it because if you turn it to the side, you can draw literally like brow hairs. To clean up the brows, I'm going to take my e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. This is the shade Deep Chestnut, And then I'm just gonna go ahead and carve out my brows. So we are doing an eyeshadow look today, and I don't know where it's gonna go. I'm gonna just randomly pick colors from the palette, and we're just gonna go from there. So the next thing I'm gonna use is these e.l.f. Line and Define eye tapes. And if you've been following my channel, you know every now and then when I do like a snatched eyeshadow look, I always suggest putting down tape. And this is the actual tape that you're supposed to use. It's you know, doesn't mess with your skin or anything. It's made for taping off your eyes instead of using like regular house tape. And I like to put it from the corner of my eye going out to the corner of my eyebrow like that. And that's going to create us a nice barrier for when we're blowing out our eyeshadow. Before I get started with the eyes, I'm going to take some more of that camo concealer and just priming my lids. And I'm also going to take my camo concealer sponge, which this by far is like one of my favorite sponges because it's so soft and it just fits in all the nooks and crannies where you conceal. I'm gonna number these like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and then pick out random numbers. So I googled random number generator and I put 1 through 18, and so I'm just gonna, I haven't hit generate yet, so generate. So we have 11, 10, and 17. Oh my land. 11 is this bright green color, 10 is this shimmery blue color, and then 17 is this shimmery purple color. So I'm gonna use all of those. Hoo chow. But I'm gonna have to tie in some of the other shades. So this is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise 18-piece eyeshadow palette. And I'm super excited because these colors are looking very, very cute. So before I go in with the shades that the random number generator picked, I'm gonna use Sandy Bum, which is this nice brown shade right here. And I'm gonna use that as my transition shade. It's not like too deep. There's a little bit of kickback in the pan, but no worries about that. Y'all, I was not expecting to get those colors. Okay, so I'm gonna pull in a little bit of Royal, which is this beautiful, like warm ocean blue. And I'm gonna put this like in my crease. Oh, this is pigmented. Okay, e.l.f. Did y'all know that e.l.f. stood for eyes, lips, face? Bet you didn't know that. I'm gonna try a little bit of cacao. I don't know if that's how you say it, but this brown right here, to see if we can kind of merge the two together. Y'all don't judge the process. So I'm gonna go ahead and carve out my crease. And again, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Camo Concealer, 16-hour Camo Concealer. I'm gonna go in with Sip Sip, which is our number 10. And I'm gonna put that one towards the inner, and then as we move towards the outer, I'm gonna put in Disco, which is our number 17. Okay, Sip Sip is bright, okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna move in with Disco, which is slightly more purple. Ooh, I like this. I like Disco. It's iridescent. So it's giving me purple when I turn at a certain angle, but it's giving me this like sip sip blue vibe. I'm gonna drag that in a little bit further actually because I really like that. So now I'm gonna define like that crease with Royal again, just to make it pop and to like straighten that cut crease. And I'm just gonna add some more of that royalty on the end to kind of blend out the outer corner. And you can go back in with Disco just to kind of blend it together. Okay, so I changed my mind. I'm gonna use the Bajamar, this bright green, in my inner corner, just because I feel like that'll brighten it up, if y'all can see. And it gives you that like green, blue, purple gradient. And I really want to use sea salt. I think that's such a cute name for that white. I think I'm gonna use that on my brow bone for a brow bone highlight. Oh snap, that's pretty. It's actually, am I tripping? Because it looks like it got a little iridescent-y. Oh, that is so cute. I thought I seen the little purple. Y'all can't really see it, but you can see it on the brow bone. It's like iridescent. It ain't stark white. Okay, so I know we look a little crazy and you might not be seeing the vision yet, but that's all we're gonna do. That's all we're gonna do with the eyes minus the eyeliner. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Intense Ink eyeliner, and it's just like a chubby marker with a super long felt tip. So that means it's gonna be fairly easy. My mirror is so far away. It's gonna be easy to just line. I call it my hooded eye wing. So it's like where you kind of come up in your crease and then you drag down. Yes, okay, so we doing a little something. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this e.l.f. smudge proof mascara, and they have one for your upper lashes and one for your lower. The upper lashes is just like a regular spoolie, but then the lower lashes is like a teeny weeny one, which I really like. And I'm gonna use the teeny weeny side for my brow hairs, but for now I'm just gonna do a little bit of mascara, and this just really defines the brow hairs. Boom. So now it's time we can peel the tape off, and you want to peel upwards, and you see how sharp that is? And you do the same thing on this side, peel upwards, and you have a nice clean line. So you can just use a makeup wipe or something to clean up the excess that may have dropped past it. So I'm actually going to use a makeup wipe to clean up anything that fell beyond the tape. And so I'm actually going to touch up my primer for where we just wiped off, because we still want to make sure we have that nice sticky primer down, so our foundation is going to stick really nice. So this is giving me like ocean island vibes. Oh, retro paradise. Retro paradise. Okay, so for next thing I like to do is my foundation. So I got the medium coverage oil-free flawless satin foundation, and I got it in the shade Caramel. I think this is a little bit too light for me, so I did have one in my stash from a while ago that I bought, and this is in the shade, I believe it's in the shade Cocoa. And so I'm just gonna mix these two to hopefully achieve my foundation shade. And then I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Airbrush blender brush, and this brush is like so good for putting on foundation. And if I do say so myself, this is not a bad combination at all. Like, we are looking flawless, okay? So from here, I'm just gonna use my camo concealer sponge, and I'm just kind of just pressing that in for extra level of blending. Now I bought the camo concealer in the shade Rich Chocolate to use as like a contour shade, and I know it's not like super dark, but we're still gonna try it out. Like, it looks a little bit like my skin tone, but a little bit more warm. But you know, it's still gonna make a difference. Watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and use Deep Chestnut in the 16-Hour Camo Concealer and conceal under my eyes. And I'm gonna let that sit while we blend out the Rich Chocolate. I love this concealer because it has a huge doe foot applicator, so like you get so much product out the bottle with one dip. So I'm gonna use a clean side of the sponge to go ahead and blend out the concealer, the lighter concealer. To set this, I'm gonna use 2 setting powders. So I'm gonna use the matte setting powder from e.l.f. and this is in the shade Tan. And this setting powder is really good. I was so surprised because e.l.f. has been coming for the girls. e.l.f. has been on our necks. So I'm using that same camo concealer sponge to set the under eye. And so I just tapped some of it in the lid, and then I tap my sponge in it like that. And you can't tell me that I ain't looking pretty flawless right now. Like, e.l.f., come through. Okay, so I actually got another setting powder from e.l.f. and this is the Halo Glow setting powder. So this is gonna give me a little bit more of a dewy look, and I got this in the shade Dark. So it's actually on the darker end of the spectrum, and it's very like rich, kind of reddish, if you can see. And I am just gonna use this to set the other areas of my face. So like down here, pretty much everywhere that I didn't set with the lighter shade. And I'm actually gonna switch from using the sponge to using the powder brush. And this is such a fluffy bomb brush. I am just going to kind of tap in this powder and just set everywhere else. So for bronzer, I have the Constantly Bronzed Primer Infused Bronzer. And I'm gonna kind of use this as like bronzer blushy because it is a little bit orange and it's not as dark as I thought it would be. And it's just like a subtle warmth that it adds. So to add a little bit more of a chiseled effect, I am gonna use my bronzer palette, and I've had this for a while, and I kind of just do a little in all of them, and then kind of add a little bit more of a shadow there. Okay, so we're almost done. I just wanted to use a whole bunch of products that I saw because I was just like, this is just immaculate that they have all these products. So next I'm gonna use the Jelly Pop Flush Blush, and this is like their jelly blush. Look at that. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared to use this because I've never really used cream blushes like that. So I'm gonna just tap my finger in it, and it's a lot that comes off on your hand. So I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna just use like a blush brush, but kind of diffuse it on the back of my hand before I go to apply it. And it does have a shimmer to it. Okay, so we got a little bit of fire and ice going on at this point. All right, so before we move on to the lips, I do want to go ahead and highlight my face. And I think I'm gonna use, I think we should use the sea salt that we used on the brow bone. Ooh, child. Do y'all see that? It's so iridescent and I love it. So they had a Retro Paradise line and shine lip kit, which came with all of these. I'm gonna use the darkest lip liner, which is a pretty brown. Oh wow, I like that. It's very neutral. Like it's a neutral nude brown. It's not red, pink, gray. It is like true. Ooh, I'm excited and I ain't even done yet. Okay. I fell in love with all of these lip lacquers and lip plumping. Like they literally have all kind of shades and things. So I think I want to use, I do want to use the Retro Paradise lip topper, which is Dream On lip gloss. But I think underneath I'm gonna use this lip lacquer from e.l.f. in the shade Moody. Sassy Moody. I like that. And then like I said, I'm gonna top it off with the e.l.f. Retro Paradise Dream On lip gloss. And this is very iridescent. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes off camera and then I'll be back, okay? All right, y'all, so I put on some lashes off camera and then I just went in and re-intensified my inner corner highlight again with Bajamar, which is our number 11 that was chosen. So this is the finished look, y'all. I'm feeling like Retro Paradise, especially with, you know, the little jewels in the hair. Is giving me very, like, I need to go put on my roller skates and we need to skate down, you know, Sunset Boulevard or something, I don't know. But yes, I love how this turned out. Before ending this video, I do have one more set of e.l.f. products from the Retro Paradise collection, and it's actually a glow up body oil. And y'all, this is giving me very much sun-kissed bronze, and they actually have a brush to apply it with. So I got both of these and I'll just show y'all kind of like, okay, so we got a little shoulder action in frame, so we're just gonna add some of this. So we're gonna pump it. Ooh, y'all see that? And then I'm just gonna brush. Ooh, this is so smooth. The brush is so smooth, and y'all look at the shimmer. Oh my. Wait a minute. We're gonna do a little bit more on these collarbones. Y'all. e.l.f. better come through. We're gonna do it on all of my little bones and stuff that's sticking out. And it smells citrusy too, but it doesn't have a strong smell, so you can still wear like your perfume over this. It doesn't look like sweaty, it just looks like, ooh girl, you radiant. So we're gonna do that on both sides. And this brush is so smooth. No, this is just, ooh, so I almost forgot to set my face, and I'm using the e.l.f. Glow Dewy Mist, and hopefully y'all can see that. I'm just gonna set my face. And that smells like coconut. Who is she? Retro Paradise. Is that you calling? e.l.f. e.l.f. Yeah. I don't know what it's. Okay, sis. All right, y'all. So I know this was a little bit of a longer video, but I wanted to try out all of these products from e.l.f. And so let me know which one was your favorite, and if you enjoyed this makeup look. Please be reminded that everything I used in this video today will be linked in the description box below, so make sure you go down there, check it out so you can get a direct link to the products I use, as well as the shades that I used will be listed below. Thank you to Elle Cosmetics for sponsoring this video, and I'm super excited for you guys to check out their new Retro Paradise collection, as well as the rest of these bomb products. So if y'all are interested in more videos featuring Elle Cosmetics, feel free to let me know in the comment section below, and make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And if you've watched this far and you are not subscribed, what are you doing, bro? What are you doing, sis? Go ahead and subscribe down below. Join the gym squad, and that basically means you're joining a community of people committed to loving themselves authentically and living a positive life. So go ahead and like this video down below, and while you're there, you might as well go ahead and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload. And without further ado, y'all never forget, at the end of the day, without regrets, love yourself and be you to full. Bye guys.